Hi everyone, Jackson here. Welcome back to the daily endeavours for the 30th of January. As always, timestamps will be in the description for getting to a specific one. 10 steals, 1.8k XP. We've got stealing from the environment, colour-reducing plants, purple or gold quality antiquity, black sacrament, and alliance points. This one requires Greymoor, this one requires Dark Brotherhood. If you don't have any DLC, you've only got this option, and to be honest, I am not a fan of this one. 15,000 alliance points. Your best bets for getting this are either be really good in PvP and kill a bunch of players really fast. Players give about 2k each if you just kill them, like just do all the damage yourself. If you know how to bomb a big group of players in PvP, that's a generally quick way, but unreliable, difficult to pull off a lot of the time. Your other two methods, I think, are you can capture keeps, which give you 6,000 AP base. If you have bonuses to, like, if you have these outer keeps, you know, you get XP, increased AP, stuff like that. You can get more, but you're going to need to do a fair bit of PvP to actually get a keep. You can defend a keep, get a defensive tick, or you can do battlegrounds as well. The problem with battlegrounds is joining the queue can take some time. TLDR, this one's going to take a while. It's going to be unreliable, I think, because you're relying entirely on the actions of other players and how it goes. So I'm not a big fan of this one personally. If it was me, I did this on the EU server because I don't have shit over there. I just did these two and just didn't care about these. It's only 10 seals. For that, it's pretty low value. But if you have Dark Brotherhood, I think this one's better. And then if you have Greymoor, this one's okay. Right, so still 500 in the environment. This one's really easy to do. The quickest base game way is to come to Deshan, to the Mournhold Way Shrine, and just go into this corner, steal these two items here, go behind this box, and just steal this stuff here as well. Let's be careful not to talk to Herb accidentally. So you got this item, and you've also got you got like a sack there that you can steal from. And if there's not enough stuff there, there's also other things. You can go behind here. There's some crates, a basket here that you can steal from. So you can just do that way. You got some other things, like you got a weapon rack here. You got a weapon rack over here. Sometimes though it can be difficult to, if you don't have medium armor, these people could probably spot you. So yeah, you got that stuff there. You got some stuff in here, but it's generally difficult to get. It's just this stuff right next to the way shrine that I was just getting. Yeah, you got the baskets there. Just make sure there's no guards or anything nearby when you do it. Another good play for this is Bright Steel Armory. I'm sure you've seen this place to death here, but yeah, it's a way shrine you start with, so it's easy to reach, just a bit further away from the way shrine compared to the one in Deshan. So you walk in here, there's a bunch of weapons on the racks here, a bunch of weapons over here. It's just that you have to be careful of these guys. Just make sure they're not around when you're going to steal this stuff, and yeah, just understand, if you do get a bounty, it's not a big deal. The guards aren't like they are in Oblivion and Skyrim. They won't chase your ass to the ends of the earth to tell you about your 1 gold bounty for fucking killing a chicken or something. The other way I think most people use for stealing items is the Necrom Outlaws Refuge. Go to the Necrom Underway by the northern exit of the Outlaws Refuge. When you come through the Necrom Underways, there will be a ridiculous amount of urns in here that you can steal from, and there's nobody in here to stop you. The only thing that is in here are like other players, and you know, we ain't no snitches. So yeah, there's tons of urns in here. You can steal all this stuff here, and like you just go through and there's just urns everywhere, and there's nobody in here. Literally nobody. No enemies, no NPCs, nothing. So yeah, you just cannot be spotted, no matter how hard you try. Next up, clothing plants. So firstly, it's good to understand how clothing plants spawn and which ones spawn. So it depends. It's 50-50 split between your character's level and your tailoring passive level, this one here. So if you've got 1 out of 10 tailoring, you'll get the base one, which is jute. If you want to know which one spawns for you, I'd advise looking through the clothing materials page for UESP. These are the different types of cloth producing plants that you can use, and if you, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 10. This passive here impacts which ones will spawn. So, for example, if you're 5 out of 10, you'll get the 5th one, which is Ebon Thread. So what you can do is you can click on it, and you can get an image of what they look like, which is important because they don't look any different to each other. Once you know what one looks like, you know what all of that type of resource looks like. So when we go Ancestor Silk, you get a picture of it here. I much like using Ancestor Silk if it's possible. If you can get a character that's got the max level in tailoring and is max level itself, it's best, because Ancestor Silk is like a bright blood red color, and it's like so difficult to miss across like long distances. So it's just really easy to see in most of these environments, which are mostly green, brown, like grey, those sorts of colors. It just stands out really easily that you can just spot it from long distances. And then you also, if you're still struggling to find anything, especially if you're using the lower tier stuff, just because it just blends in with the environment a lot more, you can use this here, Keen Eye Cloth. It basically like shines a effect on stuff when you're close to it, so you can spot it easier. So you can use that too. I would also advise on PC, NA or EU, you've got Harvest Map, this one here. What this does is when you find resources in the world, you've got these filter, like, what are they called? Pins, and they show up on the map, the like add-on mini-maps, and it also shows up on the screen and on the compass. So anything that you find in the environment, like for example, if I go to Craglawn, this is the place I would advise you go to as well if you can, because finding stuff here, whenever you're looting cloth-producing plants here, it's got a chance of giving you known crux, which is a valuable resource which you can either sell or use yourself. Get people to craft like known-honed weapons and stuff for you to research and whatnot. As you can see here, it just shows me every location for cloth-producing plants that I've found, and I can use this to backtrack if I want to, and just go through all of these locations to see if I can find anything. But, you know, people have probably seen Craglawn to death, so I'm just going to do a different zone. In the case of today's endeavours, I'll just use Gold Coast. Not Gold Road, Gold Coast. So there's not really any... aside from surveys, which we'll go through in a bit, there's not really any sort of guaranteed way to find cloth-producing plants aside from just like knowing the spawns yourself. So it will usually take some time looking around. My advice is, there's another one. My advice is go to the bigger zones, because I find they're just, especially Craglawn and the older zones here, these places tend to, some places might be just like void of resources, but then you'll just get areas which are just stacked full of it. It's just unfortunately, it's just a bit of a gamble whether you find anything or not. But usually, the way I believe the way it works is if a cloth-producing plant is looted and the node despawns, another node will pop up somewhere else in the zone. So eventually, just even if it is visiting other people there, stuff will respawn and you just go through. Now, it's worth noting that alchemy plants, even though they are considered plants, they're not cloth-producing ones. So, unfortunately, you can't use all the alchemy plants that you can find along the place. They don't work. Yeah, I'm just... Oh, yeah. So, see, you've got Nightshade. This is an alchemy plant. These, unfortunately, don't work. So, yeah, just... It is good picking some of them, but don't prioritize them. Yeah, I'm at least glad that it's only 5 as opposed to the fucking 12 that you sometimes get, which is just... It just sucks when you get those ones. So Gold Road... Bloody hell, I did it. Let's try not to. Oh yeah, Columbine. Do collect Columbine if you find it. These are always expensive, so... yeah, I forgot what I was going to say. I think I was just going to say Gold Coast is a very small zone, so you can pretty much, with a character with like full movement speed, you can just run through. Yeah, see what I mean? So it's like 2 right next to each other, and I just couldn't find shit before for a while. Oh yeah, Pearl Sand, if you're in... Oh my god, there's another one, look at that, see? Sometimes you just get fucking... They're just stacked all over the place, sometimes it takes ages. Yeah, just the way it goes, unfortunately. Okay, one more thing to talk about with cloth-producing plants is surveys. So, doing clothing writs gives you a small chance to get a survey each time. And what these are is, they'll get you to go somewhere specific on the map in each zone, and you can get 6 nodes. Now, there's 4 plant nodes that you can use, and they give you tons of Ancestor Silk. You can use these as a sort of, it's like a guaranteed way to get this endeavor done today, because you've got 4 here, and then you've got these furious traps. Now, fun fact, these count as cloth producing plants, funnily enough, so you can actually use this whole survey to actually get this one done. Bit weird, but yeah. So to just understand, if you've only got one survey left and it's a clothier one, my advice is try and do other writs until you get another one, and maybe use it then, because you want to at least have 1, maybe 2 surveys in your inventory, because sometimes endeavors come up that require you to do a survey. If you don't have a survey to do today's cloth producing plants one, it does slow you down. But if you don't have enough to do, if you don't have any surveys to do the survey endeavor, like there's no other way to do it. You have to have a survey to do that one. So you could miss out on the easy endeavor seals in that day. Because usually that one's quite a good one compared to some of the other shit that you get in some of these, like today. So yeah, my advice is just hold on to 1 or 2 if you can. If you got tons, just fucking go nuts. But yeah, just hold on to 1. So to recap, clothing, use the UESP page if you want to know what each one looks like. Just know what your tailoring passive is and your level. Try and get one with 10 out of 10 tailing at max level if you can. Keen eye cloth if you can't find stuff otherwise. And harvest map as well to save locations of clothing materials that you found in the environment, which can help you backtrack and maybe reliably find some if you're looking for some. So now we've got purple and gold quality antiquities. So obviously need Greymoor, and you need to have quite a high level in the scrying and legerdemain, scrying and excavation skill lines. So you need Antiquarian's Insight 3, which gives you the purple antiquities, or 4 if you want the gold ones. Now, getting purples reliably can be a bit annoying. One of the best ways, if you haven't done it already, is if you do the green then the blue scrying and digging up of the blue item in each of the zones, you get a purple item. So let me just quickly go through this. And now, okay, well, that's fine. So that's the issue here. So when you do that, you will get a purple item as another reward for completing the blue one. But as you can see, I didn't get it this time. Let me find it. So what will happen the first time when you do that is we've got the cloven mask. So this one here. When you excavate that, you'll get a hiking sunstone purple item lead. And so that's a way to get a purple. Every zone in the game has this system. So it's got the green one, which is the rune carved steering wheel here. Then you've got the cloven ritual mask after getting that one, as it here. And then once you get this one, you'll get 1 time use of this lead. So that is one way to do it. But as you can see here, if you've done it before, you can't really do it now because yeah, it's not available. Now in that case, your options are more annoying. Depends on a couple of things. So I'll go through some ways to get some stuff. So probably one of the easiest ways is well, I don't know how reliable it's going to be, but treasure chests can have leads sometimes. You can see there's a ruby dragon skull one from chests, thieves troves, random monsters. That's the thing, pretty much every zone is going to have, from enemies you can get random leads. So I was looking at Alikid Desert before. Yeah, Alikid Desert. So there's a Stone Relief Yokoden. So I've actually got this one here in my active leads. This one here. This one, if you've been doing Nacho Tambu for the group event, you might actually have this one now, because the enemies in there, if you kill them, and if you loot the chests in the zone, and probably if you do the Dolmens as well, Dolmens in Oridon too probably gives you a lead. You will get this one here, and what you can do is you can go to Alikid Desert and you can scry that one. So that's what I'm going to do now. So one of the things that might annoy you with these ones is if it's in the big zones, you've got all the way shrines, you might not have them unlocked, and it might give you a dig site that's just like out of the way of anything that you have. So that can be painful. That's why if you've got access to the if you've got one of the leads from the little zones, like the starter zones, like Bleak Rock, it might be good to do it there, just because it's so just because the zone itself is so small and easy to move around in. Alright, so this one's done. Alright, look at one more gold quality lead that I know of that you can get. Requires you to have the Markarth DLC as well. So Markarth, not the bear dog. This one here. Need that DLC for it, and we want to go to Markarth. Alright, so I think of the two lifts that you can get, the Nels the bar Great Lift is the better option because it pops you up here, and you're trying to get to Night Hollow Keep right here. So just less of a trek that way, because in there's like lots of enemies. So whereas up here it's like slightly less crazy. So by the way, I should mention while you're looking for these leads, it's probably a good idea to do this first before you do the cloth reducing plants one, if you're going to do this one, because while you're doing it, you'll probably see some cloth reducing plants on the way, so you can just collect them while you're doing this. There's another one. I've probably seen like 3 so far. So yeah, that is one thing to keep in mind. I feel, I don't know which way is better. Should I talk about the cloth reducing plants first, or should I just mention cloth reducing plants in the leads talking about these antiquities? I mean, the cloth reducing plant one. Okay, the cloth reducing plant one's easier, I think, or more reliable. I guess because it's a base game one, it's better. But I don't know. I don't know which one's better. Yeah. Do look for that regardless. So in here, cloth reducing plants look like this. So these do count, I'm pretty sure. Alright, so come out of here. These guys aren't real, don't worry about them. Alright, so if you got Vampirism or Cloak, it'd be good in here, because there's lots of enemies on the way. Alright, so I just want to keep coming through. So you got this thing here, this ancient text. You read this, and it gives you a lead for the Ring of the Pale Order. It's guaranteed as long as you don't have it on you, and in that case you can just do it anyway. But that is a guaranteed gold lead for you. Obviously you need the 4 out of 5 Antiquarian's Insight. Other than that, if you don't have this DLC, you could also do, because of the Pan Tamriel event, all of the Pan Tamriel event, the leads for chests is also much higher. So doing chests is a great way at the moment. But as far as like guaranteed drops, I don't know of any others aside from the Ring of the Pale Order one. If anybody knows, do let me know. Because yeah, I straight up don't know any others that you absolutely guaranteed stuff. You can kill like world bosses. Some world bosses drop leads, but they're not guaranteed. This is the only thing I know of that you come here, you interact with that, and it is 100% every time it's a gold lead. Other than that, I don't know any others that's fully reliable like that. If people know, please let me know. But you know, you can kill like monsters in public dungeons. If you go to Necrom, and if you do the steal items in the Necrom underways, like I showed earlier, I believe you also can get a purple lead from those as well. So if you just keep spamming those urns, you can also get a purple lead from there. But if anyone knows any guarantee, like you go there and it just gives you a lead, no matter what the chances are, please let me know, because I would love to know more of those, especially like if there's any base game ones. I don't know of any at the moment. Obviously you've got the ones that you can get from the zones from doing the green and purples, green and blues, sorry, but those purples are only one time, so it's not super reliable later on if you've done them all. Because getting scrying and excavating on a character takes fucking ages, and I know not that many people are probably going to want to do this on multiple characters, because this shit takes ages. Alright, let's move on. Okay, Black Sacraments. So, need the Dark Brotherhood DLC for this, and in order to get access to the Black Sacraments, you need to do 5 quests in the Dark Brotherhood, the Gold Coast main quest line. You need to get to a Lesson in Silence. Once you do that, you'll unlock Black Sacraments to do. So you come to this guy, Speaker Tyrannus. He's just on the northwestern side. All you got to do is talk to him. He'll get you into the Black Sacrament, and just go spam, spam, spam. Now, doing the Black Sacrament for the Endeavor, you just need to do a bare bones job. You can just rush through. You can fucking just Rambo your shit through and just kill everybody, and it'll still count. And that is a very quick way to do it. The only issues are, one, there's extra bonuses for completing it after like doing certain objectives. You got all this other shit. Basic TLDR, they'd be like, kill the target while you have a poison equipped. That's the case here. It's like, don't get spotted, kill an extra target, a bunch of other shit. You don't have to do these objectives. What they'll do is they'll give you more Dark Brotherhood XP, and I think for the Thieves Guild it gives you extra stuff. But for the Dark Brotherhood, all it does is you get like a Sithis, the Sithis set that comes from the Dark Brotherhood. Sithis Touch, this one here. You just get a higher quality drop of that, and it goes up to purple, so it doesn't really matter too much. I think you still get the Sithis item even if you do like an okay job sort of thing. The main reason to do it is you get extra Dark Brotherhood XP for completing it, but I'll explain that at the end. That's not super relevant, I think. If you just want to get this done for the Endeavor, my advice is just kill the target and just fuck off. Like, don't worry about all the other shit. But if you do want to do the rest of it, make sure you kill the target is the last thing that you do, because one of the added objectives is if the target is killed, you have to leave within 2 minutes of killing the target. So killing the target first is like the worst possible thing you could do, because you won't have much time to like get out in that case to do all the rest of the objectives, because there's generally like sometimes there's a lot of shit to do. Sometimes you have to like open containers and like destroy shit, kill another target, and the other target might be like in a really shit spot. Yeah, just all sorts of annoying shit can happen. So I'm just going to use my oh god. Well, yeah, there we go. So I've been spotted. So doing the perfect objective is impossible now. So I'm just not going to bother with that. Right, so there's the target. Alright, kill Mabragash. And kill him with the Blade of Woe. Now, if you have I can have the poison equipped, but I do not fucking care about the bonus objective. So I've got a bounty now. That's a pain about doing these ones. That's why I actually prefer, if there's one to do of these, the Heist and the Black Sacraments, sorry. I used to like Sacraments more, but now I much prefer Heists. I think Heists are much better, because the end consequences are a lot less annoying. Like, you don't actually get a bounty from Heists. You just... doing the bonus objectives is a lot harder if you do get spotted. So worth noting, if you fail the bonus objectives and you do want to actually try and get the bonus objectives done, what you can do is you can just abandon the quest. If you do it in here, if you just abandon the quest now, it will kick you out, and you can just get accept the quest again. So you can just you don't have to just accept it and move on. You can try it again, and you can try all the bonus objectives then, and it'll still allow you to have a go at it. But me, I honestly don't give a shit about that stuff. I'd just rather get it done for the Endeavor. Because it's 10 seals, man. You really don't want to be wasting that much time doing 10 seal Endeavors. Even for the slight XP bonus that you get as well. I think I did the 2-minute objective too. Alright, so unidentified. So yeah, we got a green quality item, except it's blue. I don't know. So yeah, the item that you get, it really doesn't matter too much, like the purple quality coffer that you get. I think it just gives you a couple of extra things. I think the Dark Brotherhood motifs are what you get from the higher quality ones, like the purple coffers that you get from doing this with all the objectives. But Dark Brotherhood motifs are so cheap nowadays, I really don't think it's worth the effort myself. Now, the main thing that is worth the effort is the Dark Brotherhood XP. You get, I think, twice as much by getting all the bonus objectives done. Now, getting to Dark Brotherhood 7 is really, really good. And the reason for that, here's the thing, nothing else in this matters, not even Blade of Woe. Aside from that one Endeavor that requires you to do that, I don't think it's worth too much. But this passive is the reason I do this. Level 7 gives you access to Shadow Rider, which is one of the fucking best passives in this game. It is so fucking useful. Basically, you just ride past enemies without them spotting you. It's so fucking good. It's amazing. So yeah, After that, once I get to 7 Dark Brotherhood, I really don't give a shit about the rest of the stuff. Like, I don't know. I just don't care. This one could be okay, but I have major expedition on my character anyway, so... Yeah, Shadow Rider is just... Man, this whole DLC, this is like the only thing that's like... that I give a shit about in this entire fucking DLC, so yeah, Shadow Rider is the shit. It's so good. So yeah, I just have to wait for this bounty to go away. Now, what I do suggest, if you do want to get this this done, do this just before you leave for a while. Maybe not for like a while, just like before you go to dinner or some shit, maybe. And by that time, the bounty will usually go away, especially if you've just done it quick and just gotten spotted a couple of times. You see at the bottom right there, there's like just above the bounty, you can see like a timer. There's the 2-minute one, which is the way shrine cooldown, and the 24 minutes, that's the bounty. So in 30 minutes, it'll be gone. So, you know, a couple of hours maybe will probably be a bounty if you've really fucked up. But yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. If you're really worried, just do this before you go to bed or go to work or something, and yeah, the bounty will go away. Or do it on get Dark Brotherhood Black Sacraments on a character that you don't play often, so you can just let it cool down on a character that isn't essential, or just like get Stage 4 Fan Prison so you can just invisibility past guards and towns and stuff and not worried about it too much anyway. That's usually what I do. Okay, any other questions about anything? As always, just ask me. I'm here to help you, as always. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks for your support as always. I'll see you next time, and take care.